We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
The chapter is Dimensional Analysis and Similitude. First we will see dimensional analysis. Now what is dimension? Dimensions include mass, length, time, temperature, etc. The basic fundamental dimensions are M, L, T. Dimensional analysis is a method which is describe a natural phenomena by a dimensionally correct equation among certain variables. Dimensional analysis is used mostly in fluid mechanics and heat transfer. Let's find out the dimension of few properties. First, discharge. To find out the dimension of discharge, we have equation of discharge Q is equal to AV, which is basic continuity equation. Or the unit of discharge is meter cube per second. Let's start with the equation. Q is equal to area into velocity. So the unit of area is meter square and velocity meter per second. Therefore the unit of discharge is meter cube per second. So the dimension of discharge in form of MLT. So from this unit M, there is no unit for kg or mass, therefore M is equal to M raised to 0 meter cube, so L raised to 3 per second means time raised to minus 1. So the dimension of discharge is M0 LQ T minus 1. Second property is force. So the equation of force based on Newton's second law, F is equal to mass into acceleration. So F is equal to ma. For mass, the unit of mass is kg. Acceleration unit is meter per second square. So the unit of force is kg meter per second square. Therefore the dimensions of force in terms of m, l, t for kg, m raised to 1 meter, so l raised to 1, s square means time square, t raised to minus 2. Methods of dimensional analysis. There are 2 methods, Relay method and Buckingham pi theorem. Let's start with Buckingham pi theorem. It states that when a physical phenomena is described by n number of variables having m fundamental dimension, then the variables are arranged into n minus m dimensionless term. Each term is called pi term. We will see the procedure of this theorem by solving one problem. So let's see the procedure for solving problem by pi theorem. So our example is the resisting force R of supersonic plane during flight can be considered as a dependent upon the length of aircraft L, velocity v, viscosity mu, air density rho and bulk modulus k. So the question is, express the functional relationship between these variables and R. So we have to find out the equation of R in terms of these variables. So the first step of pi theorem is step 1. Write functional relation of these property Properties means variables. Here R is dependent on L, V, mu, rho and K. So R is dependent variable and L, V, mu, rho and K are independent variables. So R is a function of these variables. It can be written as R is equal to f of L, V, mu, rho, K. It can be written as, in terms of mathematics, F1 R, L, V, mu, rho, K is equal to 0. This is our equation number 1. So the total number of variables are n, means the number of properties. Here we have 6 properties, so number of variables n is equal to 6. Number of fundamental dimension m, which are always MLT, means 3. So m value is always 3. Therefore number of pi terms is equal to n minus m is equal to 3. Therefore the equation 1 is written as, in terms of pi term, it's f1 pi 1 pi 2 pi 3 is equal to 0. Now before going to the next step, one method for selecting the repeating variables. So each pi term is dimensionless and is contained m plus 1 variable are called repeating variable. The number of repeating variables are equal to number of fundamental dimension, means 3. The choice of repeating variables is governed by following consideration. First, the dependent variable should not be selected as repeating variable. The repeating variable selected should not be formed a dimensionless group. There are always 3 repeating variables, in which one variable contains geometric property like length, diameter, height. Other contain flow property like velocity, acceleration. And third variable contain fluid property like density, viscosity, specific weight. Right? Fourth consideration is, no 2 repeating variable should have the same dimensions. So most of the fluid mechanics problem, the choice of repeating variable may be these 4, means 3. There are 4 combination of repeating variable. Out of 3, one is diameter, velocity, density, or length, velocity, density, length, velocity, viscosity, or diameter, velocity, viscosity. Step 2. Selection of repeating variables. So number of repeating variables is equal to number of fundamental dimension is equal to 3. So selection criteria is, dependent variable should not be selected as repeating variable. Here R is dependent variable, so it should not be selected as a repeating variable. So out of 3 variables, one having geometric property, second having flow property, and third having fluid property. So in this example we have these variables in which R is dependent variable, should not be selected as a repeating variable. So out of these 5, 3 should be selected as a repeating variable. Let's select L, V and rho as a repeating variable, in which L having geometric property, velocity having flow property, and density, rho, having fluid property. So these 3 are our repeating variable for each pi term. Right? So step 2 for repeating variable selection. So let's write down the pi terms in terms of repeating variable. Step 3. Write pi terms. Each pi term contain m plus 1, means 3 plus 1 is equal to 4 variable. In this example we have n minus m, means 6 minus 3, 3 pi term, pi 1, pi 2, pi 3. Each pi term is written as pi 1, pi 2, pi 3. 3 repeating variables, L, V, rho, L, V, rho, L, V, rho, and remaining properties are R, mu and k. So each pi term having 4 variables. Out of 4, 3 are repeating variable and remaining variables are arranged in respective pi term. So this is our pi 1 term, L raised to a1, b1, c1, a1, b1, c1 and a2, b2, c2, a3, b3, c3 are arbitrary power of repeating variable for these 3 pi term. Step 4. Find the value of this arbitrary power. So each pi term is solved by the principle of dimensional homogeneity as follows. Let's start with pi 1 term. So this is the equation of pi 1 term, left hand side and right hand side. Now write the dimension of all variables or properties. So let's write the dimension of pi 1 term. Pi 1 term is this. So dimension, pi 1 is dimensionless term, so m0, l0, t0. Length, so L raised to 1 power a1. Velocity, L1 t minus 1 power b1. Density, m1 l minus 3 power c1. And the dimension of r is m1 l1 t minus 2. Equating the power of MLT on both sides, we get m. So on left hand side, power m0, then c1 plus 1. So we get one equation, 0 is equal to c1 plus 1. Similarly, power for L, left hand side 0, right hand side a1 plus b1 minus 3c1 plus 1. For t, 0 is equal to minus b2 minus 2. So by solving above equation, we get the value of a1, b1, c1 as minus 2 and minus 2. Substitute these value in pi 1 term, we get L minus 2, v raised to minus 2, rho raised to minus 1 into r. So pi 1 can be written as r divided by rho L square v square. This is our equation number 2. Similarly for pi 2 term, write down the dimension of the variables or the property on both sides like this. Same way, equating the power of MLT on both sides, we get these 3 equations, and by solving these 3 equations, we get the value of a2, b2, c2 as minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. So pi 2 term can be written as like this. So pi 2 is equal to mu divided by rho L v. This is our equation number 3. Pi 3 term is this. Write down the dimension of each property or variable. Same dimension L, V, rho. The dimension of k is m1 l minus 1 t minus 2. Same process will be followed, equating the power of MLT on both sides. We get 3 equations. By solving the above equation, we get a3 is equal to 0, b3 minus 2, c3 minus 1. So pi 3 term can be written as like this. So pi 3 is equal to k divided by rho v square. This is our equation number 4. Step 5. Substitute the value of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 in equation number 1. In terms of pi, the equation number 1 is f1, pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 is equal to 0. So the equation become, instead of pi terms, it can be written as like this. Now, the final equation or expression is obtained by expressing any one of the pi term as a function of other. Like pi 1 is a function of pi 2, pi 3, or pi 2 is a function of pi 1, pi 3, and so on. So we replace the function f1 in terms of phi. So it can be written as pi 1 is equal to function phi of pi 2, pi 3. So for this example, we want expression of r. So this term is equal to function of phi of these two. So r can be written as like this. So this is our final answer, means r is a function of these variables. So after dimensional analysis, our next topic is model analysis. So what is model? Model is a small scale replica of actual structure. Now the actual structure is known as prototype. So model analysis is the study of models of actual structure or machine. So it is an experimental method of finding the solution of complex fluid flow problems. Right? Now let's start with second topic, similitude. Similitude means types of similarities. Similitude is defined as the similarity between the model and its prototype in every respect. The model analysis or study, it is necessary that the model should represent the prototype in every respect. Means the model and prototype should have similar properties. So there are three similarities. Means types of similarities are geometric similarity, kinematic similarity, dynamic similarity. If geometric properties like length, breadth, height refer to linear dimension of the model, if LP, BP, HP refer to linear dimension of its prototype, then the condition of geometric similarity is LP by LM is equal to BP by BM is equal to HP by M is equal to LR, where LR is scale ratio or length scale ratio. Kinematic similarity is when the ratio of corresponding kinematic quantities of the model and prototype are the same. Like velocity in the prototype at point 1 divided by velocity in the model at point 1 is equal to Vp2 divided by Vm2 is equal to Vr, where Vr is the velocity ratio. Third is dynamic similarity is the similarity of forces between model and its prototype. Like force, inertia force of prototype divided by inertia force in model is equal to gravitational force in prototype divided by model is equal to Fr, where Fr is force ratio. So these three similarities in the model analysis. Next topic is type of forces acting on moving fluid. In fluid flow problems, the forces may be any one or combination of several of the following forces: inertia force, gravity force, viscous force, pressure force, surface tension force, and elastic force. These forces are used to find out the dimensionless number equation. So our next topic is dimensionless number or non-dimensional parameters. It is a ratio of one force to other force. Following are the dimensionless number: Reynolds number, Euler number, Froude number, Weber number, and Mach number. Let's find out the equation of the dimensionless number one by one. Let's start with Reynolds number, which is denoted by Re. Reynolds number is defined as, or Reynolds number is a ratio of inertia force and viscous force, right? So first we will find out the equation of inertia force and then viscous force. Inertia force is denoted by Fi, and inertia force is nothing but mass into acceleration. For inertia force, acceleration of flowing fluid is taken. So mass is equal to density into volume, rho into volume, and acceleration is denoted as velocity divided by time. So by this equation we get density volume by time into velocity. So volume by time is equal, it can be written as area into meter per second. Meter per second means velocity. So volume by time can be written as area into velocity. So inertia force is equal to rho a v square. Viscous force Fv is equal to shear stress into area. Shear stress means tau and area. So tau from viscosity equation, tau is equal to mu into du by dy. So viscous force is equal to mu du by dy into area. Now du by dy is equal to, it is velocity gradient, it can be written as V by L. So viscous force is equal to mu into V by L into area. So finally Reynolds number is the ratio of inertia force divided by viscous force, rho a v square divided by this. So by concluding this equation, we get the Reynolds number equation, rho VL by mu. For pipe flow, instead of velocity, we can write this equation in terms of diameter, rho Vd by mu. So with the help of forces, we get the equation of dimensionless number. Second number is Froude number, which is denoted by Fv. Froude number is square root of inertia force divided by gravity force. Inertia force equation we have already derived. So inertia force is rho a v square. Gravity force, again force is equal to mass into acceleration. Here acceleration due to gravity. So mass can be written as density into volume, and acceleration due to gravity is g. So volume can be written as L cube. So Fg is equal to rho Al into g. L cube can be written as L square into L. So L square is equal to area. So area into length. So finally we get the equation of Froude number by solving the terms. Fe is equal to V divided by square root of Lg. Euler's number. Euler's number is ratio of square root of ratio of inertia force and pressure force. We have already derived the equation of inertia force, rho a v square. Pressure force is equal to intensity of pressure into area. It is simply P into A. So finally we get the equation of Euler's number. EU is equal to V divided by square root of D by rho. Next is Weber number, which is denoted by WE. It is square root of ratio of inertia force and surface tension force. So surface tension force is equal to surface tension per unit length into length. Surface tension is denoted by sigma. So Fs is equal to sigma into L. So Weber number, finally we get the equation of Weber number. We is equal to V divided by square root of sigma into rho L. Right? Last is Mach number, which is denoted by M, which is specially for compressible flow. M is square root of inertia force and elastic force. We have already discussed about the inertia force. It is rho a v square. Elastic force is equal to elastic stress into area. Elastic stress is denoted by K, so K into A. Area can be written as L square. So finally we get the equation of Mach number. Here square root of K by rho is known as velocity of sound. So Mach number is equal to fluid velocity divided by velocity of sound. M is equal to V by C. So our last topic is types of model. The hydraulic model are classified into two types: undistorted model, distorted model. An undistorted model is one which is geometrically similar to its prototype. Means geometrical dimension of prototype and model are same. A distorted model is one which is not geometrically similar to its prototype. Means dimensions of model and prototype are different. Geometrical distortion or change can be either of dimension or that of configuration. The dimensional change result due to adoption of different scale for vertical and horizontal dimension. Typical example of distorted model are the model of river, dam, harbor, channel. Any hydraulic structure model is always distorted. Means geometrical dimension of model and prototype are different. Typical example of undistorted models are pump, machine, barrage, means small size structure or machine model are undistorted, means both are, means model and prototype are geometrically similar. Here are some merit and demerits of distorted model. Merits are: first, the model size can be reduced, thereby its operation is simplified and the cost is reduced. The surface tension can be reduced to minimum. The Reynolds number of flow in a model can be increased, that will give better result. Due to increase in the depth of fluid, accurate measurement are made possible. So these are the merit of distorted model. Its demerits are: the pressure and velocity distribution are not truly reproduced. Second, the slope of river bed, earth cutting or cut cannot be truly represented because the dimensions are different. It is difficult to extrapolate and interpolate result obtained from the distorted model. A model wave may differ and possibly in action from that of the prototype. So this is our last topic of dimensional analysis and similitude.